Hey guys, it's Kylie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to attempt to teach you how to apply false freckles. The reason I like to apply fake freckles is because I already have natural freckles, especially in the summertime. Those suckers come out like crazy. As soon as I get a little bit of sun on my face, those freckles are like right there in your face. But like today I have fake tanner on, so you cannot see my freckles, and when I wear foundation it covers my freckles up. So I absolutely love freckles. I love my freckles. I love it when you can see my freckles. I love it when you can see other people's freckles. I just love freckles. So what I like to do is try to enhance my own freckles. When they're covered up, I want to bring them back, and that's what I'm going to try to show you today. So there are lots of ways that you can go about doing the fake freckles. I do it different ways depending on the day, whatever, depending on how I feel. One of the ways I do it is with a brow pomade. This one here is by Kat Von D. It is just an eyebrow pomade. Shade medium brown. It's just what I use for my eyebrows. This is dried out, so I can't use this. The other one that I use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade, but that is in my makeup case, which I left on a bus and cannot get till tomorrow. So the other way I do it is with strictly powders, which this might be easier for everybody else to replicate since more people are more likely to have just powders instead of an eyebrow pomade. So the powders I'm using today are actually eyebrow powders. This is from the Brow Gal. So the reason I'm using this one is because it's got 3 different shades, so we've got different dimensions to work with. Now if you have eyeshadow, you can use that also. I like this because it is you've got your different tones. My freckles are a little bit more warm tone, so this shade here helps out quite a bit, but mixing these 3, it works. I also use 2 brushes. The one that is pretty important is an angled brush. This is actually a paintbrush. It's an angled spot detailer that I got from Hobby Lobby. You can use an angled eyeliner brush or any eyeliner brush that is small, pointy, and that you can get a lot of just very precise small dots. And the other brush I'm using is a Luxie 141 mini round brush. Now typically I would use my Morphe pencil brush, but again that's in that bag, so I can't use that, and this is what I'm using today. Okay, the first thing I do is try to take a glance at my face, see if I can figure out where my natural freckles already are. I'm going in with this shade first. It's a little bit more warm tone, and then I'm taking the round brush, tiny bit of product at a time, and I am going to make spots along here, a little bit on the nose, and then this side, and then I will also carry it up to the forehead. Now they are going to be very faint at first, except that one because I didn't knock off the excess. I'm doing this because when I look at my own freckles, there are different sizes, different dimensions, and different shades and colors, so this is just adding to the dimension. Now I prefer the pencil brush because as you can see, that's like a perfect round circle. That pencil brush is a little bit more, it's a lot smaller and more, you can get more defined, just smaller things. Am I getting the point across? Okay, so after I have a few of them, I'm going to take my sponge, just giant sponge right here, beauty sponge, beauty blender, whatever you got, and pat over that to blend it in a little more and make them a little less harsh. The point is to be able to see them very, very faint. Now I'm going to go in with the angled liner brush. I'm going to go in with the same color that we used before, and I'm going to start making little dots everywhere that my freckles would be. Now it's fine if like you smudge one and get kind of like a line, because I do have some freckles that my freckles aren't perfect circles all the time. They're like different shapes. And you'd think I would look at my face enough to exactly know where my freckles start and stop, but I don't. That's why it's nice to be able to see through my foundation, to basically use it as a guide to where to put my freckles. A lot of people do it just straight across the nose area and that's it. But if you have natural freckles, and I'm not saying that's with everybody because some people just have it along there. I know when I was younger that's all I had it. But I like to bring mine up towards the side along my forehead as well because I know I have freckles there. Pretty freckled out now, and they are pretty intense and definitely look fake. So again, I'm going to take a sponge and pat all over it to drown that out a little bit. And this just, it makes them sink into the skin a little bit more. So instead of looking like an eyeshadow on top of your skin, it looks like it's part of your skin. There. So now, I mean, they're a lot more faint right now, but you can definitely see them. So now I take the same brush and I'm going in with the darker shade now, and I'm just going to create a little bit more dimension on top of what we already had. Now I'm not going to go in with as many with this one. But I definitely want them there, again, to create that dimension. There we are, without it blended out, and then again with the sponge, just patting over top of that. And then it's basically just a balance of going back and forth between bouncing those out and blending them in. Why is there a spot right there missing on my head? Blending those in and then bringing some back, blending it back in, you know, it's a whole process. Now that I bounced those out a whole lot of those previous ones disappeared, so I am going to go back in, mixing those two shades and going back in to bring some of the other lighter ones back, because again, after you blend out those deep dark shades, I kind of lost the lighter ones. I'm going to stop it right there. For me, I feel like today I didn't do as well of a job as I normally would, and I think that has a lot to do with the brush that I was using. So here's what we got. I mean, I can definitely tell that they're fake, but some of these definitely I need to go back in and blend a little more again. And again, I think instead of using this brush, if I had my actual pencil brush, that gives, it's not quite as small as the angled brush, but it's a little bit bigger, but you still have more, it's not so perfectly round like this one is. So then it gives the underneath tone, like when I look at my freckles, I have those very like small dainty little freckles on top of a layer underneath that is a bigger but more warm tone layer underneath. If you have freckles, you'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, you might know what I'm talking about either way, but I didn't really accomplish that, I don't think, today like I normally do. But again, I think it looks good for it. It's something fun. So whether you have freckles or not naturally, I think this is a fun way to bring them back, just something a little bit different. I hope this video helped you guys out with maybe trying them out yourself. Anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you guys have natural freckles? Do you cover them up? Do you guys apply fake freckles? Do you guys apply faux freckles? Why do you apply them? Do you have them and cover them up like I do? Or do you just like the look of freckles and you just want freckles? So let me know in the comments below, and we will just see you in the next one. Bye.